Hi all, welcome to the channel. Well, here we are, 1 week to go before the 25th of December, and the weather has changed from being snowy to raining. I'm sat on top of a hill at the moment, overlooking the city, and it's horrible, grey, wet, raining. Visibility is probably about 500 meters, 600 meters so, but it's not great up here. What have I been doing for the last month? Well, the start of the month was my birthday, and I went out for a meal. There were four of us, my two friends and fellow amateur radio hobbyist, and I must admit the restaurant we went to was absolutely brilliant. I booked and said I needed disability access and things, and it was all there. The building had a ramp, disabled access with a wide door, so anybody with a wheelchair could get in there, no problem at all. Access to the table was great. There's disabled loos there, and we were positioned not right next to the loo, but I would say pretty close to it, which would be useful if anybody had bladder problems or anything. So a big thumbs up. So I'm going to name the place. It's called the Langton Inn. I have to fact check that place and put a little message up here with the actual location of it. But yeah, it was absolutely great. The staff were fantastic, really understanding. It's a pet friendly pub as well. It's a pub, by the way. It's a pub and restaurant. Yeah, the staff were really good. My friends brought their little sausage dog with them, a little Otto, and they've looked after the staff there, looked after him, paid interest to him as well, and made a bit of a fuss. And yeah, the food was great, and yeah, it was a really good time. And a big thanks to my amateur radio friend for actually footing the bill. When I went into the bar, because it was my treat kind of thing, I said, look, here's my card, put it onto that. And when I went round to pay at the end of the evening, the bar lady said, it's already been paid. And it's like, oh, that was a surprise, but yeah, thanks. So if my colleague ever looks at this video, unlikely, thanks mate, it was really appreciated. And a big thanks again to the staff at the Langton Inn, and I'll put a link to it as well onto this video so you can see where it is. But yeah, good food, good place, good disability access, brilliant, no problems at all. So what else have I been up to? Been to the office quite a few times this month, and caught a little cold from somewhere, a runny nose for 4 or 5 days, and sneezing a lot, which was annoying, but it has cleared now. The other news is, I say this a little embarrassment, I've been provided now by the local authority a hospital style bed, which is great because you can adjust it fully, and getting into and out of it is really easy now. I've put it a little higher than my original bed, so if I do ever get a UTI or lose control of my legs again, at least it's stepping down onto my legs, which I can lock before I sort of stand on them. So hopefully that will stop me falling. So big thanks to a gentleman called Craig from the local authority for arranging that. And they've put a couple more grab rails in around the bathroom and back door areas of the house. So that's been really helpful and useful. What else? Still have a little bit of a niggle from a previous video, and at this point I still haven't finished editing that video, so I have to do that one first before I do this one. But no, still got a local niggle with a local McDonald's popped up there again yesterday. I think it was my wife went shopping for some bits and pieces, and I knew she was going to be a long time, so I just popped in quick and grabbed a coffee and sort of sat in the car park and waited. But again, the disabled bays are absolutely full with a mixture of general public just waiting for orders, and the other bay was parked again with Uber drivers. So it's just annoying. I know I shouldn't moan and criticise the things, but it is bloody annoying. The supermarket where my wife went to yesterday as well, that was busy. There is, I think I mentioned it in the previous video, some original disabled bays. I think it's 4 of them have been converted to electrical charge points for cars. Okay, I have an electric, semi-electric car as a hybrid. I don't feel the necessity for taking away disabled parking spaces when they could have, these charge points could have been put further around easily. Coming up to Christmas, I think I've mentioned in a previous video, hate the thing. Not religious in any way, shape or form. I really hate December. I think the build up throughout the month to the 25th of December is just unnecessary. In the moment, there's a money crisis going on in this country, and okay, I'm affected, but not so much as other people. You know, I learned a long time ago that the kids were appreciative of just 1 or 2 things, not hundreds of things, because it overloads them. They just don't have time to play with everything and do stuff. And the other thing is just I was always critical of is I would put £10 into a card and give it to a family member, and that family member would give me a £10 in a card. So why did I give them the £10 in the first place? Because I've just got it back, kind of thing. The cards don't keep forever. They get sort of sent away and recycled and things. Well, I hope they get recycled. I would either do my greetings in person or on the phone. You know, I think that will probably mean a lot more than a card, which you look at and go, oh, it's a card, thank you, and hang it up for a few weeks, then put it out for recycling. So that's my grump on Christmas. Gosh, I sound like a real moody thing. But as I said, there's a lot of financial problems in this country at the moment, and a lot of people are impacted with it. And I'm sure spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds and putting yourself into debt is not really necessary when, yeah, the kids will appreciate just a little bit, and adults, hey, grow up and, you know, don't expect massive amounts of presents from everybody. Just go Filipino with them. In the Philippines, I've been there for a few Christmases. It's amazing. You literally, Christmas Eve is obviously a big Catholic country, so Christmas Eve is important. People gather and chat, and they have drinks and share food, and it's the same thing through Christmas Day itself. You know, it's not money based. It's literally getting together and meeting people and wishing them happy Christmas, and maybe have something to eat with them or something to drink with them, but it's just more of a social thing. So yeah, that was really good. And don't get me started on January. I hate January with a passion, mainly because in previous jobs we used to get paid the week before Christmas instead of after Christmas. My payday used to be around about the 28th of the month, and it seemed to be sort of those extra few days at the start of the month just made January's pay so much further out. It's just more of a struggle. And there's also the holiday blues, because observation time, people I've worked with in the past, not so much the company I work with now, but the previous companies, sort of everybody's had this hype of the build up over Christmas and the Christmas drinking and celebrations and the New Year's Christmas and celebrations, and then it's just like a hangover. So January is just more of a hangover. And people just seem to be a lot more grumpy. So anyway, that's just an observation. What else have I been up to? I went to the radio club recently, which was great. And again, if the guys are watching from the radio club ever find these videos, then the 2022 Christmas fish and chip supper evening was great. I didn't participate in the food, unfortunately. My better half, even though she was told a couple of times that not to cook dinner that night because I was going to go out, did cook dinner. And I said, I've got to go. And she said, well, eat this, don't waste it. Okay, fair enough. And I didn't participate in the fish and chips thing. The other reason is I find the oily fish and chip, well, it's not really oily, it's just sort of slightly greasy, I suppose. It doesn't settle very well with the tablets I'm on and things like that. So I didn't participate, but it was really great to see the guys just before Christmas. Like I said, I'm not a religious person in this. It's more of a happy holidays than Merry Christmas. But us British, I don't know, we seem to get a little bit upset when somebody says happy holidays instead of wishing a happy Christmas. So I try and do both. So at the end of this video, you're going to get both. That's about it, I think. So I'll get back, edit this video up, edit the other video up and post that one first, followed by this one. Otherwise the timelines are going to go weird. But let me just thank you for viewing this channel. It's only basic, and I'm trying to find a point of actually interest, because I probably have the least interesting life in the world. But things to look forward to next year. Hopefully 1 or 2 blood tests, hopefully. Just the routine stuff, and an appointment with my neurologist at some stage next year. And of course, on the 5th of every month is the Kesimpta jab. So the next one is due on the 5th of January. Currently no problems on the Kesimpta jab. There's no side effects with it. They've all been great. And I keep looking out the window, and I should be looking at the camera really. So there we go. Looking at the camera now. Hi. There's not a lot else going on at the moment. The adaptations to the house we want to make, the cost of that through building material costs is just spiraling up and up and up, and at the moment we can't afford to do any of it. It's way out of our budget now, and that's it. So let me wish you happy holidays, or Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Be safe and try to enjoy the time. If, like a lot of people in the world, don't celebrate Christmas, please just relax and enjoy the quiet that the rest of the world will provide you for that 25th of December. So take care, love to each other, and be safe, be well, and try and keep COVID at bay. And I'll talk to you again in the new year. But happy Christmas, Happy New Year, and happy holidays. Bye.